When Demet Özdemir packed her bags and left for America, fans around the world thought she was simply chasing new dreams, a new life, new projects, new opportunities. But no one expected what would come next. Because behind that brave smile and new beginning, there was a decision that would change everything, one that involved none other than Can Yaman. For years, their names have been intertwined. From their unforgettable chemistry on screen to the endless rumors of it, Demet and Can have lived in the spotlight as one of Turkey's most talked about duos. Every photo, every word, every glance between them was analyzed by millions of fans. But when Demet moved across the ocean, people thought she was finally ready to leave that chapter behind. Until now. When Demet finally spoke about her life in America, her words surprised even her closest followers. Sitting down for an interview in Los Angeles, she looked radiant yet reflective, the kind of calm that only comes after deep emotional battles. "Sometimes you need distance," she began softly. "Not just from people, but from the noise. From the past. From everything that hurts." The interviewer asked what everyone wanted to know, whether her move was connected to her past, and specifically, to Can Yaman. Demet smiled faintly, her eyes giving away more than her words. "It wasn't about escaping anyone," she said. "It was about finding myself again. But I can't deny that some memories travel with you, no matter how far you go." Those words set social media on fire. Was she talking about Can? Was she admitting that part of her still missed what they once shared? The speculation exploded overnight. Fans began dissecting every line of her interview, every post she made since arriving in the United States. And then came the real bombshell, her decision. According to a source close to the actress, Demet had made a life-changing choice regarding her relationship with Can. After years of silence, emotional distance, and speculation, she had finally decided to close that chapter once and for all, publicly, clearly, and without regret. But how she did it caught everyone off guard. In a heartfelt post shared just days after her interview aired, Demet wrote, "Some stories are meant to end quietly. You don't always need closure from others, sometimes you give it to yourself." It was simple, poetic, and devastating. Within minutes, the internet exploded. Fans flooded her comments with messages like "she's finally moving on," and "this must be about Can." Others couldn't believe that Demet would finally put an end to one of the most talked about bonds in Turkish showbiz. Her post gained millions of likes in just hours. But the real twist came when, just 2 days later, paparazzi spotted Can Yaman in Rome leaving a dinner with close friends. When reporters asked about Demet's words, he simply smiled and said, "I wish her happiness, always." A short, diplomatic response, but enough to make everyone wonder how deeply her decision had affected him. Behind the glitz of her new American life, those close to Demet say this wasn't an impulsive move. It was something she had been preparing for emotionally for months. She didn't just move cities, one friend revealed. She moved her mindset. America gave her the space to think about who she is without all the noise around her name. Demet has embraced her independence in ways that fans have never seen before. She's been attending acting workshops, meeting with producers, and exploring Hollywood projects, but through it all, she's maintained an air of mystery. No romantic rumors, no public drama, just focus and silence. Until she spoke those few words that carried the weight of years. "I think we all reach a moment where we choose peace over nostalgia," she said in another interview. "You can love someone deeply, and still know that the best thing for both of you is to go your own way." It wasn't bitter. It wasn't angry. It was closure, the kind that takes courage. And that's what made it so powerful. Fans around the world couldn't help but reflect on how far she had come since her early days in Turkish television. From a hopeful young actress with dreams in her eyes to a woman standing strong on her own in a foreign country, Demet's journey has been one of resilience and self-discovery. Still, the name Can Yaman continues to follow her. No matter how far she moves, the public fascination with their connection refuses to fade. But now, for the first time, Demet seems unfazed by it. People can believe what they want, she said when asked if she still talks to Can. "I know my truth, and that's enough for me." Her tone wasn't cold, it was peaceful. It was the sound of someone who had finally found freedom from what once defined her. And yet, even as she draws boundaries, fans can't help but wonder, was her decision truly final, or just another attempt to protect herself from reopening old wounds? After all, those who worked with them during their most iconic project say their chemistry was more than just acting. They connected in a way that's rare, one crew member once revealed. "You could feel it in the air." Maybe that's why this decision feels so monumental. Because it's not just about two actors or a rumor, it's about letting go of something that once felt like destiny. Demet's move to America has been transformative in more ways than one. She's been seen hiking in California, attending charity events, and even collaborating with international brands. Her energy is different, lighter, freer. But even in this new phase, she carries lessons from her past. "Every experience teaches you something," she told a magazine. "Even the ones that break your heart." Meanwhile, Can Yaman continues to dominate headlines in Europe, filming new projects in Italy and maintaining his own mysterious aura. But fans have noticed subtle changes. Fewer smiles in interviews, quieter social media activity. Could her decision have affected him more than he's letting on? Whatever the truth is, one thing is clear: Demet Özdemir has taken control of her story. For years, her name was linked to someone else's, her emotions speculated on, her silence misinterpreted. Now, in America, she's rewriting her narrative, not as someone's co-star or someone's former love, but as herself. And that's what makes her decision so powerful. It's not just a statement about Can Yaman, it's a statement about independence, self-respect, and growth. As one fan beautifully commented online, "She didn't just move to America. She moved into a new chapter of her life, one where she's finally free to choose herself." Perhaps that's why her words hit so hard. Because deep down, everyone knows what it's like to hold on too long, and how much strength it takes to finally let go. By the end of her interview, Demet summed it up perfectly. "You don't stop caring about people," she said. "You just start caring about yourself a little more." That single line became a trending quote across social media, shared alongside photos of her smiling on the streets of Los Angeles. It wasn't a farewell to Can Yaman, it was a declaration of self-worth. Her decision may have shocked everyone, but maybe that's what healing looks like: surprising, quiet, and brave. And as the world watches Demet begin this new chapter across the ocean, one thing is certain: sometimes the biggest decisions are the ones you make for yourself, even when the world expects something else. Because Demet Özdemir didn't just leave her home country, she left behind the version of herself that everyone thought they knew. And that, more than anything, is what truly shocked everyone.